reality, you remember that your value does not come from his recognition. It comes from your essence, from your discipline, from your peace, from the quiet certainty that nothing external defines your worth. This is not about revenge, nor is it about playing games. It is about understanding energy. If someone chooses to ignore you, let them. You are not here to force yourself into anyone's vision. Your light will shine regardless, and those who are blind to it will simply stumble in their own darkness. By choosing detachment, you no longer fight battles that are beneath your spirit. You rise above them. And understand this: detachment is not silence filled with resentment. It is silence filled with peace. It is not pretending you do not care while you secretly break inside. It is truly realizing that your happiness does not depend on him. It is walking away without bitterness, but with dignity. It is showing that your world continues to move, with or without his attention. That is what destroys his ego. Not an argument, not a fight, but the realization that he does not control you. So when he ignores you, do not lower yourself into the shadows of his ego. Stand taller in your own light. Because when you detach with grace, his silence becomes powerless, and your strength becomes unforgettable. When a man ignores you, the temptation is to shrink yourself, to explain yourself, to chase after an answer that will soothe the sting of neglect. But the truth is, you do not need to shrink. You do not need to explain. What destroys his ego is not when you fight for his attention, but when you rise so high that his silence is drowned out by the sound of your own growth. Elevating your presence means you stop making him the center of your energy and instead make yourself the center of your world. And when that happens, his ego feels the absence of control. A man who ignores you often expects to see you fall into doubt. He expects you to question yourself. He expects you to wither in his absence. But what if, instead, you took that absence and turned it into a fire that only sharpened you? What if, instead of losing sleep over his silence, you became busier building your peace, your strength, your beauty, your purpose? This is the kind of shift that dismantles ego without you lifting a single finger against it. Because when you elevate, you change the game. Suddenly, his ignorance no longer places him above you. It exposes how far beneath your growth he has fallen. When you shift your energy into becoming undeniable, people feel it. Your presence becomes larger than any excuse he might have.